Gilda Carl. Dr. Gilda, how are you?
Hi, everybody, and hi, Neil. How is everything going with you?
I am fantastic, and I know you have news for your fans.
Yes, I just had an article published. It's the article, the publication is called American Greatness, and it talks about respect between men and women. I've been talking a lot about men committing suicide because they've been pushed against the wall. They don't know what to do anymore. They have been told repeatedly that they're toxic, that they're no good. They open their mouth to speak out, and then they are crushed, and then they are canceled, and then they are castigated, and then they are castrated. And I could go on and on and on, and they all seem to be C words. And not good. What has happened is that a lot of our men are internalizing all this negativity and feeling real miserable about themselves, like with nowhere to go. Some of the men that I spoke to on TikTok said, "That's it, I'm not dating anymore. I'm not interested in women. And I'm telling my sons never to get married, never to go on dates with women." And come on, that's not natural. But to run away is not an answer. So in this article, I called it Aretha Was Right. Respect rules. And we've lost that between the sexes. There's no respect for women. There's no respect for men. Nobody is communicating anymore. People are running away rather than to communicate, and it's getting impossible to have relationships. And so many women say, "Where are the men?" So many men say, "Where are the women?" So I wanted to put a cap on all of this. And I recommend different things for men and different things for women. But the bottom line is without respect, you have no potential of having any kind of relationship go into longevity. And this is something we have lost. I talked about how Taylor Swift, now she was the epitome of wokeness. She'd go out with a guy, he'd dump her, or he'd tell her stories or whatever. He hurt her feelings, and she had a great way of dealing with it. She wrote a song, she got it out of her system, and it was great music therapy for her. And I talk about this. However, Taylor Swift fell in love with the enemy, a man. And the woke community does not like men, does not like families, does not like marriage, and they punctuate everything they say about somebody who they don't like with the word racist. And they even called her racist. That's shocking. They said she's racist because one of her lyrics said about her darling fiance, "I want to marry you and have babies with you who look just like you." And one of the woke white women went insane. And I have this in print. And she said, "Taylor Swift is racist." I said, "What? What is she talking about?" Well, because she said she wanted to have babies with Travis, she then is trying to promote white genes. Can you imagine this? This is so ridiculous. So therefore she's racist. Well, she doesn't have to worry too much because the Swifties rebelled and the Swifties were not having any of that. And I'm just wondering, since she has so much clout with these young, impressionable women, if they too are going to change their tune and look to find healthy relationships where they can find love and have babies, just like Taylor Swift. So she and Travis have a very respectful relationship from all that we can see. So now I'm wondering what is going to happen to this new generation. Are they going to be looking up to her? Are they going to want to identify with her and have what she has? Love, caring, a man who she can depend on, and babies with that man. And if somebody has the audacity of calling that racist, that somebody ought to look in the mirror and find out what her real goals are. Because Taylor Swift is not about hate. Taylor Swift is now about love. So that's why I call this Aretha was right. It's all about respect, respect between men and women. And in this article, I talk about how to get there. So I'm very proud of the article. I'm going to post it on all my social media. And I wonder, Neil, can we post it along with this, along with our shorts?
You can post it in a way where on the long podcast with the article as show notes potentially. Though there's different ways for sure, but people
Okay,
could we could put the link.
use your creativity. You have the link. Um, it's an interesting article because I drew from, of course, pop culture. I always draw from pop culture, but I'm also questioning some of the motives behind these mean girls, the ones who are calling out Taylor Swift now when Taylor Swift was one of them once. This is so crazy.
Yep. It's crazy because they'll turn on you in a drop of a hat when they want
That's
to.
it. So the question is, who can you really trust? And it's all, I end the article actually talking about respect is all about trust without apology. I trust you and I'm not apologizing for it. And if somebody wants to question that, that's for that person to question, but not for me to take to heart. I'm not going to get upset over anything. None of this nonsense. And you know, when you're in the public eye, you are always criticized about some stupid thing. So I think we really have to get along. We are looking towards having our progeny be positive rather than angry, backbiting, and nasty and mean to each other. God help us.
All right. Best place to go is drgilda.com. Appreciate it, Dr. Gilda. Great stuff. And we look forward to checking out the article.
Thank you, Neil.
All right. You're watching the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Gildagram podcast, guys. Take care.